huh?
Your mommy's gonna take you for a birthday.
Hey, this is Ryan. Pretty good. Paul, what's up? I'm getting ready to shoot a live shot, man. I'm with the Blue Angels. I gotta run, okay? Oh, I did? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody else, I don't know. Sorry about that. Bye.
You wanna go see the puppy? That's it. You wanna go see Blue? Are they coming from that way? You think? From the west way. I know. That's what they said. They added the northwest there. Hey, family. Oh my God. I had a few new things. 6 weeks. Did you see it? Are they really good? Well, yeah, right.
Here's something,
Yeah. You better stock up. Really cheap. Stock no, that's Monday.
Alright, Tom, this is the show time.
I'm just asking because I was going to say for a trip,
Angels as a salute to our healthcare workers. We have crews stationed along the route to give you the best view. We've got one at Children's Hospital, one at Toro, a crew in Slidell. We've got another at the lakefront, all to give you views of this great salute to our frontline workers. The whole flyover will be about 20 minutes in total. It will make a few loops around the area, including Slidell on the North Shore. Here's the map of everything. It's starting way west out in Laplace, and it's heading down towards St. Rose, over to the West Bank. Then they will fly over Westwego, head back towards New Orleans, fly over towards the east, and then you can see it makes a big loop towards Slidell, then over to Mandeville on the North Shore, then comes down across the lake through Lakeview, back to the West Bank, over Marrero and Woodmere, and it ends over in Poydras. This will fly over most city hospitals. It should fly over Children's, Toro, the VA, UMC, also Slidell Memorial, and some others in between. This is a live look here from one of our crews out on the scene. Bear with us here as we are all waiting for this squadron to begin here. I'm not quite sure which hospital this is. This is over Children's Hospital here is what we're looking at. So we're waiting. There are lots of healthcare workers out there kind of put their eye to the sky, just waiting for these planes to begin. They were supposed to start right at 1:45. You see how many people are out there right now with their masks on, lots of healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, also likely some patients or some other people out there. And there they are right now. This is the view from Toro Hospital as those planes begin to make their loop over the New Orleans area. Let's listen in. You're probably going to hear them before you see them. Pretty spectacular sight here. What you're seeing is flying FA-18 Hornets. This squadron is based at the Naval Air Station in Pensacola. I heard some applause there from the people who were out on the rooftop checking them out. We actually just heard them here in the studio flying over the station as they continue their loop. Right about now, they should be headed towards New Orleans East. You can see some more here. This is our lakefront shot here. And they are headed towards New Orleans East. From here, they're going to go up to Slidell. We do have another crew up at Slidell Memorial Hospital, so we should be able to get another view from them when they get here. As I mentioned, this squadron is based at the Naval Air Station in Pensacola. They are flying FA-18 Hornet planes. Kind of a fun fact here, the closest that they get together when they're in this formation is 18 inches apart. It's during their Diamond 360 maneuver. We're not quite sure if they're going to be performing that today. Their first air show was back in 1946 in Jacksonville, Florida. Really cool just to hear people clapping, and so excited to see them. It's really cool. So we're going to let you just kind of listen in and watch them as they head towards New Orleans East now. They are almost out of view there. In comparison to what the treat that we had last week when we saw those B-52 bombers, these seem to move much faster, maybe even a little louder as well. These are, of course, much different planes than those B-52 bombers. Here's another look at the map. Where you see that 1:52 p.m., we're almost right on the money here with time. Those planes are headed towards New Orleans East. They're going up towards Slidell right now. They will cross over the North Shore, kind of over by Mandeville, and then head back south down. They're going through Lakeview and then over to the West Bank again and ending over in Poydras. Really something remarkable to be able to see this. And they, as you saw, just went over several of the hospitals downtown as well. We saw lots of nurses and doctors and other healthcare providers, as well as some patients possibly out there just to take it all in. This is, of course, a salute to them. We do have some Louisiana natives. This is the view from Slidell, by the way, right now that we're looking at, as everyone there is waiting for their chance to catch a glimpse of things. They should be over there momentarily, so we're going to stay on this shot and be very patient. They should be there in just a few minutes. It looks as though we're on the roof of a parking garage there. Should have a pretty nice view. We really lucked out with the weather today. There is not a cloud out there. It is beautiful to be outside and checking these planes out. What a great chance to see some of these really, really cool planes. So again, this squadron is based at the Naval Air Station in Pensacola, and there are some cities who have gotten similar shows this week. This morning, Blue Angels planes flew over Dallas, they flew over Houston, and earlier this week, some Blue Angels planes flew over Atlanta, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. We are not quite sure if it's the same crew or not, and here they are, flying over Slidell. I'll let you listen. You can hear rounds of applause out there, lots of phones as everybody's trying to catch some photos or some videos of this. One of the most fun parts of the flyover last week, I think, was being able to see all the points of view from all over the whole area, from everybody posting things on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, to see those videos and pictures. So certainly appreciated by our healthcare workers out there at Slidell Memorial Hospital. They just watched the flyover. You heard a big round of applause from everybody up there. And now we are headed to the Mandeville area. So right now, those planes should be heading over to the other parts of the North Shore, and then they're going to be coming down across the lake. So it's going to be a few minutes before we see them again. This is all ending in about 10 minutes, so they're about halfway through their journey right now. I want to talk about some of the people who are within this squadron, because we do have some Louisiana natives. Command Master Chief Christopher Ziegler is from West Monroe. That's who you're looking at right there. He is the highest ranking enlisted crew on the Blue Angels team. He oversees all enlisted personnel. He is, as I said, a native of West Monroe. He graduated from Carroll High School in 1991. He reported to the Navy Recruiting District here in New Orleans in 2007, where he served as a nuclear officer recruiter and was selected as Nuclear Recruiter of the Year. In addition, he joined the Blue Angels in February of 2018. He's received many awards, including the Meritorious Service Medal, 3 Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medals, 6 Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medals, and various unit and campaign awards. Really cool. And we're told that he is part of this Blue Angels team that is flying over his home state as we speak. Another Louisiana native who is part of this squadron is Aviation Machinist's Mate Petty Officer First Class Morgan Alvarez. That's who's on your screen right now. She is from New Orleans. She is on the team of people that are keeping the engines of these planes running in top performance shape, and they are such extraordinary machines. So very big job, and really cool probably for them to be able to see their home state, home city for Morgan, from so high up. This is a look at our lakefront crew. They are awaiting those planes to come back down through the lake. They were expected to cross just over the causeway briefly after they flew over Mandeville, and they are headed right down, looks like just about east of maybe the Bonneville boat ramp over the West End Lakeview area. So look how many people are out there. Hopefully very socially distanced. We see some masks out there as well. That's one of the big messages here, is that if you're going to be outside, they hope that you maintain your social distancing and respect your neighbor's health as well as your own. So all those people getting a great view as those planes are set to fly right over them. Here's again a look at the map. We're just a little bit halfway through the Blue Angels flyover over the New Orleans area right now. They should be over Lake Pontchartrain as we speak, and then they will head right over the lakefront, right down through New Orleans and towards the West Bank, towards the Marrero area. So you should be able to see them on both sides of the river today, if you haven't seen them already. And that will give them a second shot over some of those hospitals downtown where our healthcare workers are waiting on the rooftops of parking garages and such to get a glimpse. So they're going to get probably a second chance to see what we are all looking at here. Again, we've got crews at Children's Hospital and at Toro here, so we will also be able to give you another view of those planes once they get down here. The Blue Angels have really been busy, not necessarily this crew, but the Blue Angels in general. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, they were in Dallas and Houston earlier today. They were in Atlanta, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. earlier this week. And there are flyovers for the Blue Angels scheduled for Jacksonville and Miami coming up this Friday. So here's again a view from the lakefront. Whoever's in that boat out there is going to have a fantastic view in just moments here as those Blue Angels, those FA-18 Hornets, fly overhead. Very cool, and it's hard to tell where they are right now because the sky is so blue. They're going to come out of nowhere.
Hurt at work. I didn't know who to call.
You call Morris Bart. We handle cases for injured workers every day.
I'm attorney Morris Bart. If you're injured on the job, we'll get to work right away on your claim to get you the